Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Cooper, and this is the day 3-4 podcast. So I'm just kind of hanging out at the house. It's summertime, and just want to make sure that everybody is on the right page. So, where should we start? First, let me go ahead and pull up my notes here so I can see. All right, so day 3-4. This is actually considered our second week, but since it's summer school, everything's condensed. But we have some activities to do. Most of the activities involved are on your blog. So we're learning how to use the blog that you have as part of the network. So if you're not familiar with that, there is a screencast at the bottom of the day 3-4 page that will explain to you how to post your journals and also how to create pages for your blog. Okay, so that's one of the things that we want to do. So your chores for today and tomorrow, and again, you want to plan to spend 3 hours today and 3 hours tomorrow. You have some reading to do. Now, we read chapter 1 yesterday, and today we want to read chapter 2. Make sure you're taking notes because when we're finished with this module, we will have a quiz. We don't actually have a quiz after this module, but the questions that you will see on the quiz after module 2 will incorporate chapters 1 and 2. So take notes so you don't have to go back and reread. Now, along with those chapters, you also have 3 handouts that you need to read. Now, the handouts are in a PDF format, so they should open up nicely in your browser, depending on which browser you use. Some computers will have the files download to the computer, and then you have to make sure you have Adobe Acrobat Reader on your computer. So let me know if you have trouble reading the files because I can tell you what you need to download. It's a free download if you have to download something. But this class, when you think about it, is really all about rhetoric. And you need to understand what rhetoric is. Sorry, I'm moving. Hope you don't get... oops, let me go back over here. And rhetoric is important because that's what this class is all about. And I want for you to read the handout, What is Rhetoric? Now I'm going to record that handout so you don't have to read it, you can listen to it. I'm going to do that in a couple of minutes. So if you don't get to it until tomorrow, you might be able to listen to it instead of reading it. But the other 2 you have to read, and they are one of the key ingredients to this class, the rhetorical appeals. There are 3 terms that you need to understand: ethos, pathos, and logos. So we'll talk more about it later, but I want for you to read that handout. Now these handouts, this is not something that you're just going to read today and forget tomorrow. Every assignment that we do throughout the rest of this semester will always come back to ethos, pathos, and logos. So you want to make sure that you understand that. Okay, so read those handouts. Now, the next thing you want to do is a handbook activity. Each module, we will have a handbook activity, and those handbook activities are tied into Connect Composition. So that's why you needed to have your book purchased by Friday because you need to do your handbook activity. The first one is a diagnostic, a pre-diagnostic. And it's not a test that if you fail, you get a bad score. Everyone gets full credit just by taking the diagnostic. But what it will do is create a learning plan for you that will then set you up for the rest of the semester to practice areas of weakness in regards to grammar, punctuation, all of those things, mechanics in your writing. Everybody has a weakness, including myself. In fact, I don't think I could ace the pre-diagnostic, so don't feel bad if you don't score high enough. But once you create your learning plan, then you will know what your plan of action is. You will go in and start working on those areas of weakness, and hopefully by the end of the semester, when we take our post-diagnostic, you will have improved. So I want for you to take it seriously so that at the end, we can show growth in what you've learned in the class. Okay, the second thing that we need to do is we need to see where you are with your writing. So I've assigned an essay, but low stakes. I'm not grading it as an essay. It's assignment number 2. It's a writing and reading profile. I've listed tons of questions in there for you to try to answer as you create this essay. But I'm looking to see how you develop it, how much you have to say. Believe it or not, I have students who turn in 1 paragraph for this assignment. And I'm looking at them thinking, and you think you're going to pass a college class just turning in 1 paragraph? That's not going to cut it. I've asked over 10 questions in that assignment that you could possibly answer. Don't feel like you have to try to answer them all, but I do want for you to have an in-depth discussion in this essay about your reading and writing history. Tell me all about it, And that sort of gives me an idea of who you are as a writer, but also where you are in terms of how far I need to take you. Some of you will be at the top already. You know how to write, you know how to build an essay, you know how to organize it. You won't have trouble with your grammar and spelling, punctuation, and all of that. That's great. Others of you will either have many problems due to various reasons. A lot of the reasons mostly are that you probably don't spend enough time with your writing. So give yourself enough time, start today, get your planning going, write out your draft, and then tomorrow you can finalize that draft. Okay? So that assignment number 2 will be posted to your blog. And again, there's a screencast that shows you how to do it. And you will label it reading and writing or reading profile. I can't remember. Whatever it says in the video, just do what I say. And then of course, after you've taken your diagnostic test, I want for you to write a journal post. This will be journal number 1, and you're going to post that to your blog as well. So how to on the page. So this is sort of a starting point for us. I will see where your grammar skills are, and then I will see where your writing skills are, and then we will move forward from there. So hopefully you won't have trouble with that. Low stakes, it's not graded as an essay, it's still just a 20-point assignment, but it doesn't mean that you should take it lightly and just turn in anything, because I am judging you based on what you write. Okay, so I'm going to put you in categories in my mind. My A students, yeah, this person's going to get an A. Or, oh, my lazy, weak students down here. I know what they're saying to me with this paper. So give me your best side with this assignment number 2. Okay, so everything needs to be done. All of the work that you did yesterday and the day before, day 1, 2, and day 4, all of that work needs to be done by Friday. Okay, if you can complete all of that by Friday, you will be in good standing. And at that point, I'm not going to bug you in terms of dropping you. Now, I did have to drop a few students for no-shows. They just haven't shown up yet. So it will have a small group. I think we're probably going to be down to about 18, maybe even less, because a few students never showed up. So you got to get started if you're going to be in an online class, because we move fast, don't we? Okay, so remember, just a couple of things. It's easy to get a hold of me if you are having trouble. So email me, you can text me, you can chat with me on the site. Sometimes I'm usually on quite a bit, but sometimes it'll look like I'm on and I'm not there. So if I don't answer, it just means that my computer's on, but I'm not really sitting in front of it. I'm trying to get in the habit of logging out so it doesn't look like I'm there. But you can contact me in any way you want to. Just remember before 10 o'clock. And also remember that if I don't respond right away, it just means that I'm busy and I'll get back to you. The least effective way of getting hold of me is actually calling me, because it's hard to talk to someone on the phone and continue to do whatever else I was doing if I'm with other people. But I can usually text. You know how we are all rude these days. We just text when people are talking to us. I'm just kidding. But anyway, text, email, and call last, or chat is another good one. Okay? All right. Good luck to you all, and congratulations. Keep working in the network. Lots of points being generated there, and I'll see you all online.